This is Kate Baconsale. You're listening to Baconsale.
All right, Baconsale listener, we've got a birthday here. What's your name, sweetie? It's Benny. Okay. Benny's having a birthday!
Yay! Happy birthday from Baconsale to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too. Hey!
Oh, thank you so much for coming
try the
today.
rolls.
Okay, I gotta go get my table. Are we good?
Okay.
Welcome to Baconsale. I'm Joel.
I'm Kent.
And I'm Zack.
We'd like to thank you for listening to our last show, our fall movie preview show, where we guided you through the minefield that was the end of the year.
Well, we, meaning you and I, but not Zack.
I wasn't here.
We missed
Zack.
one.
I'm back.
Hey,
Zack.
Zack.
Hey, did you listen to it?
Yes.
What did you think of our thoughts, and did you have any additional movies or movies that we talked about?
I'll tell you what my main thoughts were is I'm not looking forward to this fall all that much.
Yeah.
Nothing really tickles the fancy. You
Right.
know? I honestly, there was a big debate on it on Twitter, but
Not
I
the
think
Banshees of Ed Sheeran?
no.
Well played, Spencer, on that one.
That was pretty good. No, I mean, I'm actually kind of interested in Avatar 2, even though there was a big argument about whether
Joel's
it
here.
matters
Careful,
or not.
careful,
but
careful. Yeah.
I'm kind of interested in it.
Yeah, it's
But
okay. It's okay
like,
to say that.
It's like a car crash, Joel. Like you just sometimes want to look.
Like a beautiful blue car crash.
Yes.
I don't want car crashes every 2 years.
Well, that's true. But honestly, I think it's going to be kind of a down year. That was my takeaway. Yeah. But it was not a down episode. Good job, Dan. Thank you for your
Yeah,
thank you,
Dan was
Dan.
so nice to come on here. And speaking of nice people, we have a patron who upgraded,
Let's hear it.
Shannon West.
Hey.
Oh, hey, Shannon.
She went from I am the listener
Wait a minute.
tier
There's only one place to go from there.
to the Bacon Council.
Woo-hoo.
We have a new member on the Bacon Council now. Shannon West, thank you for being a member of the Bacon Council. You will get to join us for our biannual get-togethers where we sit around, eat food, and make fun of each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what happened last
Yeah.
time. I think.
Thank you for joining the Baking Council. On a side note, was there an extra spot on the Baking Council?
I had no
open?
idea.
All right. That's a surprise to me. Thanks, Janet.
Yes, but that's not what we're talking about today. What are we talking about today, Zach?
Oh, we're getting middle class fancy up here on this Bacon Sale today. We are tiering chain restaurants, but not the fast casual like you've talked about on the show before. We're getting fancy with the sit down
We've
restaurants.
dipped into food
Yes,
like
we did
this a few
fast
times.
food, episode 22, Fast Food for Thought, back in August.
22.
Yeah, August 2015. Then we did Fast Casual on episode 196, Fast Casual Food and the Furious, March of 2019.
Wow.
So, but now we're taking the next step up. We had our fast food cheapy
It's-
stuff. We got our fast casual, a little more expensive. Now we're into full
I have
blown.
not been able to give my thoughts on Olive Garden, and I've been waiting nearly 8 years for this.
Yeah. And so this is casual dining is what this is technically called. This is when you sit down, order from a menu most of the time.
Right.
It's going to be a little, there's some buffet style restaurants, but for the most part, you're sitting down, you're paying a little more, and someone's bussing your
It's
table.
predictable dining. And predictable meaning a lot of people go, so there's going to be a line. There's food that's safe, and that's about
Safe-ish.
it. Safe-ish.
There's some facts on here I'm going to share.
And there are a lot of locations to go to.
Right.
And these places, they're chains. This isn't, I know this really good Italian place down the street.
Right.
No, it is. We're talking about Olive Garden.
Yes, we tried. I was going to say we had a list of ones. We first of all, we cut it down to ones we knew.
Yeah.
And then we cut it down to ones that we could go to on a regular basis.
Also, weirdly enough, we found out that neither Kent nor I have been to Waffle House.
Biggest
Weird.
casual dining chain out there.
Yeah, weird.
These guys have.
Guess
it's not
what?
around us.
Still alive. So I'm good with that.
I've eaten there. Still alive.
Okay, good. Also, we're not including places like Wingers, which we all grew up with here locally, but they only have 4 locations still here in the States. So,
No, it's more than that.
Is it more?
4 states? It
Oh, it's 4 states,
Yeah,
okay.
Utah, Idaho,
4.
Oregon,
I'm like,
and Nevada.
There's like 3 in Utah. Yeah.
But yeah, some of them
love
didn't
you,
make the cut.
Wingers.
Some of them didn't make cut because there are too few locations. Some just because we hadn't been there. But we have 24 casual dining chains that we're going to be tiering today.
Which means we have 3 tiers. We have given equal number of tiers. So that's 8 tier 1s, 8 tier 2s, and 8 tier 3s.
Is tier 1 being the highest, tier 3 being lowest, tier 2 in
And
the middle.
we ask you that you play along because this is really tough, actually. I would imagine that most of us feel, I'm speaking for myself and everyone else here, which I normally do, but everything here is tier 2, basically.
I was literally about to say.
I have that in my notes.
It's just the case.
so many tier 2s.
I'm embarrassed to say some of these are tier 1.
Like we look at like breakfast food. Everything in the breakfast food was pretty much tier 1.
Even
It's
fast
like
casual. We were talking
fast
about
casual,
that.
bunch of tier 1. This is the list of tier 2s.
Yep.
Which is funny because these are pretty good restaurants, but it's just, I think they're so abundant that we kind of got tired on them.
I'm grading my experience on, hey, am I fed? Do I have like a usual meal that I get when I go? And also, do I feel sick after?
See, and I judge mine because, like I said, there was a lot of tier 2s here, which is surprising because normally I'm the one that gives tier 1 to everything.
Yeah, right.
But I had to ask myself, if someone said, hey, we're meeting at blank for dinner tonight, how excited would I be?
You're medium excited on all of these.
That's I was kind of like, oh, yeah, sure, okay.
This is the first time in the history of doing this. I did the initial gut reaction tier. I finished the list, and I had 888. And I went, that's it. That's the list.
Wow.
I made no changes from my initial gut reaction.
I had
don't want
finagle
anyone
a
to
little bit.
judge me on the show, please.
Yes, but
Now,
play along.
Please, whenever we give anything tier 1, it's tier 1 of the tier 2.
It's tier 1.
I will go on record saying there are some legitimate tier 1s here.
In my tier 1 category, it's a tier 1 of tier 2.
Exactly.
There are some tier 1s.
There's
on
a
this
couple
list.
good restaurants here and a couple bad restaurants. But
Yes, definitely some tier 3s that I could give. I went through and it was like, 2 or 3 tier 1s, 2 or 3 tier 3s, and then all tier 2s. I'm like,
So let's jump right into this then.
Now, what order are we going to be going in today?
I'd say let's just go alphabetical today.
Okay.
We're going to go
Well, I
alphabetical.
feel like we're starting with the uncle of restaurants.
That's why we're going alphabetical. We're starting with the baseline, which is Applebee's.
Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Bar. I have a brief description about
Go
each
for
one
it.
of these restaurants. Just even if people don't know what they are, here's what it's like.
People are generally arrested here.
Offers mainstream American dishes such as salads, chicken, pasta, burgers, and riblets, their signature dish. Started in 1980 in Atlanta, Georgia. 1,936 restaurants in 10 countries. This is the most locations we have on this list. Waffle House did have more, but we discluded that. Discluded that one?
Discluded is a word now.
Discluded. This is owned by the same company that owns IHOP. Mm-hmm.
Did you know that they keep their recipes under lock and key? Isn't that weird?
It's like, what store
why?
did they buy the sauce
It's like,
from?
who's trying to fulfill this heist of stealing the recipes from Applebee's?
I want that movie, Ken.
the plankton of the real world of I must get the secret recipe for the Alfredo sauce.
Yeah.
It's like, I need some medium food recipes.
Hey, how can they be medium food when they have slogans like this? Together is good. Get it together, baby.
What?
It's a whole new neighborhood. There's no place like the neighborhood.
What?
See you tomorrow and eating good in the neighborhood.
But that's it.
Their slogans are just kind of this jumble of neighborhood and good. I don't understand what's going on there.
I like Applebee's because my picture was right near the entrance in the Bountiful location, which is now shut down.
Why?
Because I went to a football game in high school, and I had a V on my chest painted because for the Vikings.
Uh-huh.
And so I was shown prominently there. So I was like, I like this place now. The food,
Oh, this place has my picture in it. I like it.
I'm jumping right in though. There are things that I love about Applebee's. It's how late they're open and their appetizer sampler.
Appetizers and the lateness of the hour. Agreed.
Yeah. And so when I go, I will get the appetizer sampler, and it has generally the spinach artichoke dip. Very good. Their
is
buffalo
good.
wings, the boneless buffalo wings, also quite good.
Chicken nuggets. You can call them chicken nuggets. Boneless buffalo wings or
chicken nuggets with good
for
sauce.
adults.
Yes. Mozzarella sticks for children or adults. I get full when I eat this, and I feel like a fried glutton when I'm partaking of it, but still, for me, I'm not upset. I judge people who say let's go to Applebee's, but I'm also not upset when we go. Zach and I have been here many times. Mm-hmm. And so for me,
Don't you dare.
it's a tier 1. What?
Tier 1?
I'm so sorry. It's a tier 1 of the tier 2s because I'm embarrassed. But think about it. This is the standard for restaurants.
Of casual dining
Of
chains.
casual chains. I'm so sorry, but this did breach that line from tier 2 to tier 1 because I've been there a lot, and I will continue to go there a lot.
Because it is the standard. Can I give it a tier 1 as well?
Yeah.
I was going to say the vision when they created this was, quote, to create a restaurant that had a neighborhood pub feel to it and could offer friendly service along with quality fare at a lower price than most of their competition. And they got one out of those 3 things. And so I'm proud of them for doing that. By the way, their first name was actually TJ Applebee's RX for edibles and elixirs.
Stop it.
And they shorted it to Applebee's.
That's good.
But yeah, I'll give it tier 1. It is like the standard when you're like, hey, let's go to a sit down place with the family.
Also, Joel, I know you like to save money.
I do.
2 for 20? 2 for 25?
Yeah,
I mean,
good.
that's great.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
You're not getting that anywhere else.
What do you order there, Joel?
I would get the Fiesta Lime Chicken if I were to order there today.
I'm a 3-cheese chicken penne myself, or the blackened shrimp Alfredo.
That sounds good as well.
But as you said, Kent, I also always have to get the spinach artichoke dip.
Yeah. So
at my very favorite tier 2 restaurant.
Okay.
This is a
Top
tier,
of the
this
tier
is
two.
tier 2. Mid-tier, dead center of my list. Okay. I use this as the basis for everything, and you will see that for the rest of this episode. I will do that. This is just so mediocre. This is the king of mediocre. I don't feel good after I eat it. I don't want
But
to eat
you
the leftovers.
still eat it.
But I still go there.
You're right. The leftovers are no good.
The leftovers are terrible.
You
but
gotta warm them up right.
it's a good enough environment. It's a decent price. There's
It
nothing
can
really
be a
wrong.
karaoke bar at times.
Apparently.
It's pretty fun.
Appetizers after 9. All right, next up, we have Sports Applebee's. It's Buffalo Wild Wings.
This is an American casual dining restaurant and sports bar which specializes in buffalo wings and sauces. Founded in 1982 in Columbus, Ohio, 1,279 locations in 8 countries.
Was once called Buffalo Wild Wings and Weck, which is where the name BW3 comes from.
Yeah.
Oh,
Weck?
I always wondered that.
That's easy. It's beef on weck, Kent. Duh. That's where it comes from.
I wonder why they changed the name.
Because it's a roast beef on a kummelweck roll.
Yeah. Like a roast beef sandwich, basically. They sell 2 billion wings a year here.
Yeah.
And it's really loud.
But this
Really,
it's
really loud.
You do not want to try to have a conversation in this restaurant. They're owned, by the way, the same company that owns Arby's, Sonic Drive-In, Jimmy John's, Dunkin' Donuts, and Baskin Robbins. All owned by this company that owns Buffalo Wild Wings.
All of these places are so average.
Fun fact: the guys that started it, they'd finished judging an amateur figure skating competition at Kent State University. They wanted to get some buffalo chicken wings, and they could not find a place that served the ones they wanted them, so they made their own restaurant.
All right, what are the sauces you guys get?
I like the Parmesan garlic,
Amazing.
the honey barbecue,
Honey barbecue, Parmesan garlic. And
original
there's
is good.
Asian zing.
Asian zing is great.
Yeah, it's good.
A jam and jalapeno.
Yeah.
Really good.
I
If you
generally
want a little
stay
bit more
mid-menu.
spice.
I say mid spice level.
Oh, weak. That's cute.
I am weak.
Also, the garlic fries are very good.
They are. I went to.
I like kissing a female after I eat
Oh,
sometimes.
that doesn't
and
happen
So
for me.
I'm never going to order those ever.
I went to a soft opening of a Buffalo Wild Wings near me. I got an invite, and I got to go there and get the free food. Fantastic. Loved it.
Of course, because
Amazed
they
it.
put actual effort into the food.
And then when I started paying, I'm like, how much for wings?
Yeah, there are half-off days. by
There
the way.
are.
So
Like
go on
Tuesdays
those
and
days.
Wednesdays, yeah.
Never get takeout from here because they're chicken nugget portion because that's basically what they are.
Boneless
here as
wings
well.
are chicken nuggets.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Oh, are you asking us?
Chicken nuggets.
No,
for
I'm
adults.
just saying. Boneless wings are chicken
They
nuggets.
are chicken nuggets,
For sure.
yes. And so, yeah, the takeout options are not very good. Go in there, but it's going to be very loud. I like this place, but I'm also a little bit disappointed in the portion size.
I'm disappointed often by the portion size, the price, the taste of the food,
But they're
the
wings.
service, the location. I hate this place.
Hate?
Actually.
You hate B-dubs?
I do. I used to really, like the first time I went, I was really into sports at the time. Like really, really into
You
sports.
like sports still.
I do still, but I was really into it. And I was just in awe. I was like, from where I sit, I can see 26 TVs. This is so good.
Yeah.
And then I went,
Some places have over 50 televisions.
yeah, I'm like, this food's not good. And I think it's gotten worse in the time that it's been in Utah. So I'm not a fan.
You give me a tier 3?
Tier 3.
I'm giving it a tier 2.
As am I.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is they're wings. I enjoy wings.
Yeah.
And if I go on a day when they're selling them for cheaper,
Look,
I like it even more.
if they're lightly sauced, which sometimes they can fail
I
at
love when
properly
they,
saucing.
Have you seen them sauce it? The two metal
No.
bowls, they get them together and shake them
I
together.
love it.
It's great.
But they also give you plenty of ranch, so
They
you
get-
can dip it right in the ranch. Enjoy it.
Half the time,
Ranch saves everything.
that's true.
Yeah.
Half the time, though, the sauce is like only half on.
That's what I'm saying.
Whatever I'm
Yeah.
eating.
And I want to know who the sadists are who are getting the rub. Why would you
Oh,
ever get
yeah.
a rub on a wing when you can get a sauce on a wing?
The rub's okay. I've accidentally had it
Oh,
before.
we've met one.
Well, no, he got it accidentally.
I think they messed up my order, and I was like, I'll try it. And I mean, I haven't ordered it on purpose, but I
Yeah.
think I had like lemon pepper or something like that.
One
It was
time
fine.
I found a flavor. I was like, oh, I like that. And I found out it was a rub when I got it. I was like, nah.
Here's the rub. Next up, we have Pizza Applebee's. This is California Pizza Kitchen.
Widely known for its innovative and non-traditional pizzas, such as the original barbecue chicken pizza, Thai chicken, and Jamaican jerk pizzas, they also serve various kinds of pasta, salad, soup, sandwiches, and desserts. Founded in 1985, 200 locations in 11 countries.
Actually started in California.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these restaurants claim that they're from somewhere, but they're really not.
No. So California Pizza Kitchen,
Do they exist anymore outside of the freezer section at a
well,
grocery store?
in July 2020, they filed for bankruptcy due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Too
They're
soon.
no longer in Utah, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've kind of they had They had actually a hard time in the early 90s because they had this, Pepsi bought them and they had this rapid expansion and they started expanding huge stores, and then to cut costs, they started using lesser quality.
Do you remember the late
materials.
2000s when this place was huge?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, let's go see Kung Fu Panda and enjoy California pizza. Let's go to CPK.
CPK. That's how you knew. It was
And
CPK.
everyone loved it because you get a Thai chicken pizza, which is my go-to there.
Wild mushroom for me.
Ooh.
Or the original barbecue chicken.
Ooh, which is very good.
Yes.
But the pizza sizes they're personal, and they're also $20 at this point. I was checking out the menu.
Yeah.
Which is a bit nuts.
Oh, yeah. Well,
But
then
it
you get
was it was perfect for the time when it was like we were young daters. Zach was 4, and we wanted a little personal pizza that tasted unique compared to
Have you guys
the delivery chains.
gotten the frozen CPK pizzas?
Yeah, we had it for the frozen pizza one.
It's not as impressive,
It's not.
obviously.
No.
But I feel like it's the same quality you get when you go there. Like, I remember every time going to this California Pizza Kitchen, and I didn't go that much, but when I went a couple times, I'm like, yeah, it's thin and fine. But then I feel like that guy at Inside Out who's like, congratulations, California, you've ruined pizza. Because some of the things are...
I liked it, but it was always at the point where I'm like, I could finish this whole thing in one sitting, or I could have leftovers, but I only have one slice left. What should I do?
You love leftovers.
I do. Can I have your leftovers? Except for the wild mushroom. You can keep that.
Okay.
But considering there are many other places where you can get pizza for much less and...
Or you can't even get it anymore.
Right. I'm giving this a tier 3 because I was
Okay.
not impressed before. I'm still not impressed.
It reminds me of the dating era back when I was in my 20s, and so I have fond memories, and I liked the taste of the Thai chicken, so I'm going to give it a tier 2.
The Thai chicken's good. I would normally get the original barbecue chicken. I enjoy that. But yeah, tier 3.
I went to the location in Orem back when I was in college. I went to Utah Valley University.
Right there on the mall.
And every time I went there, I was like, this is solid. So tier 2.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a slightly upscale pizza, and the different combinations were nice. So tier 2. All right, next up we have fancy Italian Applebee's. It's Caraba's Italian Grill.
A restaurant and bar serving a diverse menu of classic Italian fare in a family-friendly setting. Founded in 1986 in Texas, 247 locations in 3 countries.
Joel, Zach, I failed you.
What?
You trusted me, and I failed you.
Why?
I've never been.
What is it, Michael Caine?
I've never been to
I didn't
Carrabba's.
think I'd ever been, but then I remembered it's actually really close to the CPK in Orem.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Same parking lot.
And I was like, I have been there one time. And
It's real fancy, right?
I mean, it's
No.
no.
Like no,
it's
but no,
like-
it's Provo fancy.
No, think of it like Olive Garden, but updated.
I'd
it-
rather not.
Because it's kind of this like, it's got a newer feel to it, even though it's
All
old
right.
world Tuscany, but it's not as kitschy as Olive Garden. They're owned by the same company that owns Outback Steakhouse. So picture Outback Steakhouse doing an Olive Garden. You kind of got a feel for
Okay,
it.
I can respect that.
Now, when I go there, I get the chicken marsala, which is kind of a mushrooms and marsala sauce on top of grilled chicken. Very, very tasty. And this is actually the restaurant, the one in Orem that Zach's talking about, is the restaurant I took my wife to just before I proposed to her because I was feeling fancy in that student life.
Did you wear a colored shirt?
I
nice
did.
slacks. Okay,
And she was actually really sick. Not really sick. She was recovering, but we were on a date, and I remember she just wasn't feeling that good. But this was her favorite restaurant at the time.
Okay.
And so I was like, well, I'll take her to her favorite restaurant.
good association then.
Yeah, so I have positive association with this. But since we've moved away from Utah County, I have not gone back.
Would you
here very
ever
often.
make an effort to go there again?
For an anniversary? Absolutely.
Can we go there? Because one of their fall specials right now is carbonara, which is my favorite pasta. So
Yeah.
let's go have that.
There are 9,000 better places to eat.
You don't even know
than
that.
Carnibus.
You literally don't know.
That's true. You don't know because you haven't been there.
It's a tier 3 because I've never been.
And you
I'm
should-
not using up a tier 2 or tier 1.
You should make
A
an
place I've
effort to
never
go
been.
there, at least try it once, I think.
Maybe.
I think it's a tier 2 because it's just a tier 2.
I give it a tier 2 as well because, like I said, back in the day, it was like, oh, yeah, I really want to go there. But we haven't made as big of an effort to go there since we moved away. And if there was someone closer, I'd probably go to it, but not as often.
Okay.
But it's tasty.
All right, next up we have Southwest Applebee's. It's Chili's.
Chili serves American food, Tex-Mex cuisine, and dishes influenced by Mexican cuisine, such as their spicy shrimp tacos, quesadillas, and fajitas.
Is it basically the same place? Is this a Costa Vida Cafe Rio situation?
It's slightly more Southwestern than Applebee's. They're close.
Like I know Chili's is more known for their burgers.
There's
right.
There's a little bit more seasoning in a Chili's meal.
Founded in
A little bit.
1975 in Texas, 1,606 locations in 37 countries. Whew.
They sell over 60 million pounds of fajita meat a year. And if
To whom?
I actually like their fajitas. They sell enough baby back ribs
What?
every year.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back.
Chili's.
Baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back.
Wow, the timing is great on that. They sell enough baby back ribs to span the globe every single year. Isn't that
That's a lot.
gross?
That's a lot of ribs.
And they're small ribs too. I mean, they're not super great.
Now, when I go there, I normally get the triple dipper. It's an appetizer plate where you can get multiple different types of appetizers, try them all. So I get the big mouth bites, which are the mini burgers, buffalo wings, of course.
They're not very good there.
I like the buffalo
No,
wings.
I
there.
do not care for them.
I mean, I'm like saying like I go there
Right,
for the wings, but
yeah.
as part of the sampler, and then the Southwestern egg rolls, I do enjoy those.
Ooh, you know what's real bad here though? One of the types of chicken crispers. I think maybe the original. There's one of their chicken tenders is really bad. Every time I've had
Don't
it.
get that one then.
I just don't remember which
Like one out of the batch. Like every
take a
time you get a
risk.
basket,
No, just like it's like
it's like a game. It's like which one's going to be the bad one?
original recipe extra crispy. Like one of those is bad.
Listen, they do charity work there, and the charity is giving out those glassy, delicious, salty chips.
What's with the chips? Why are they so good?
They're so good. And when you leave,
What?
they give you a bag of these chips that are basically cotton candy. That
Are you
melt as soon as
calling
you touch
those
them.
chips good?
They're awesome.
Somehow.
They're like egg rolls.
Yeah, no, if you
they're,
dip
they're egg roll skins.
No, they're wontons.
cooked in rancid oil.
I'll take it all day.
It's bitter.
You dip those chips into queso, and they disappear. The chip is gone.
Wow. I was going to bash on those.
No,
chips.
I like them.
I love them
Oh, not a fan.
because they're warm. They send them warm.
Maybe
Or
I
they
just
tell
don't-
you how to
Super
heat them up.
salty.
A lot of these chilies, and I've been to a couple chilies. In fact,
Like
there
sweaty salty?
So, fun fact: there was a Chili's built.
Like they've been working out, and you don't want to eat them. But
there was a
you
Chili's
kinda have
built
to.
directly across the street from my junior high school.
Yeah.
As we were going there, but the problem is you can't have a building that serves alcohol within a certain distance from a school.
Mm-hmm.
So what they did was they built a little knee-high fence, little metal knee-high fence that went around the front of it.
Oh, that's great.
So you had to walk around the back to get to, well, the back was where the front door was, but you couldn't go directly there, which apparently put it within the legal limits of, okay, now we
That's
met
clever.
the required feet for alcohol.
You can't jump
service.
over a little fence.
No. Also, another fun fact, in 2008, a woman filed a class action suit saying that the healthier offerings, like their guiltless black bean burger, had nutritional values much different than the ones listed on the menu. So someone did a study, and they found that sometimes the calorie count and fat content were double or even triple the amount shown on the menus. They're lying.
delicious,
They're
though.
lying on the menus.
Chili's doesn't count on anyone doing research there.
Apparently they did. You guys sound like you love this place.
I like to order the Cajun shrimp pasta, or I just do the sirloin. And
How is the sirloin?
How
broccoli.
is the steak there?
It's pretty good. I mean, it's the seasoning they put on it. It makes up for the lack of quality in the actual steak. But
The
it's
burgers
good.
are okay. I get the chicken and steak
Burgers
fajitas
are
there.
Burgers are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a fajita guy.
No?
Too much effort.
Oh,
You like fajitas?
Oh, but they're
Hold it. It's a
sizzling.
taco.
Hold on. You like fajitas?
Yeah.
Do you also do the self checkout at Walmart?
Yes.
'Cause that's
Yeah.
what that feels like.
That's exactly what I do.
It's
Both
like,
of
hey,
those.
It's faster.
no. You have
You
to build
you
it.
make your own food. You walk out of Walmart way faster.
You build it.
I would never go through a checkout lane at Walmart.
But have you-
Someone's like,
I
"Can I
want
get
them
3
to-
packs of cigarettes?"
I want them to bring me a stack of tacos that are made. Not like, hey, good luck on the portion size.
It's
Hope
up
you
to
have enough
you.
meat to- no.
Hold on.
Hashtag Zack hates effort.
Truly.
Yeah.
No,
You're like-
Zach, when they bring that sizzling platter down, that is so satisfying.
Zach, you're like, "How much cheese do I want in this?" Well, I only have about 4 shredded pieces of cheese.
I kid you not. For dinner tonight, my wife made a copycat of their, I don't know what it's called, but it's like
Oh,
a soup
don't invite Zach over.
It's a soup with rice and tomatoes and chicken in it.
Hey, Joel's
Some
wife, can you
lime.
just feed these to me?
Me putting together a fajita is basically me cooking my own dinner. Why am I at a restaurant?
But it's all cooked. And you gotta assemble it. You just have to assemble it.
Nope.
Zach, you're missing out, man.
Get the fajitas.
Nope.
You're not missing out that much, though, because I'm giving this a tier 2.
It's a tier 2.
This is a lesser Applebee's.
This is
slightly lesser.
no. This is a better Applebee's tier 1.
Oh, okay.
This might be one of my favorite restaurants on this list. This is the
Really?
one, after looking
And
at
you
this
haven't
list,
even
This
tried
feels
the
like a
fajitas.
shame list, guys.
it's the one I want to go to most.
Really?
Yeah.
You're the reason they're still open.
It's been a long time since I've been to a Chili's.
No, honestly, if someone says, hey, let's go to Chili's, I always get kind of, oh, okay. That's my
I
response.
look at it and go, that's a safe choice. All right, next up we have. I can't even make a comparison
Cracker
to
Barrel.
Applebee's on this one. I love this place. You guys know it. It's Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel's menu is based on traditional Southern cuisine with appearance and decor designed to resemble an old-fashioned general store. Founded in 1969 in Lebanon, Tennessee, with 645 locations in 45 states.
Zach, do you go to buy a sock monkey there? or the rocking chairs that are homemade that are $170 a piece.
It is my dream to own one of the Cracker Barrel rocking chairs.
You buy one then.
I want one.
You're an adult with money.
I don't have a porch.
Doesn't matter.
No, it has to be on
You
a
have
porch.
a baby. A baby
my
needs a
word.
rocking chair.
Oh, I hope my wife's listening to this.
That's your in. By the way, every Cracker Barrel location has 5 items. A shotgun.
Yeah.
That's on there. A cook stove. A deer head. A telephone. And a traffic light.
You're talking about the decor.
Yes.
Because like all of them have.
No, they serve those for food. You want the deer head?
Would you like the shotgun?
Zach, did you go as a kid? Because I remember driving by. There's one in Layton that we drive by all the time because it's on Restaurant Road there.
Oh,
And
they used to all, like, they build them by the interstates.
And I'd be like, is that just a store? Because it is a store.
The front's a store.
And also how I'm judging these places is if I were to take someone on a date and I said, hey, want to go to ... would I be embarrassed? And if I said, hey, and she's like, hey, where should we go for dinner? I'm like, I made reservations at Cracker Barrel. I would never get that date. I would be stood up immediately.
But what if she's a Southern belle and you know that? And she's all like, hey, where are we
Like,
going
here's
to
the
eat
thing.
dinner
She'd
tonight?
probably be the one.
And you said Cracker Barrel. She'd be like,
I
oh,
got a
good
question
golly.
for
But I'm too embarrassed to find out.
This is a screener question. You go, hey, what time do you like to eat dinner? If she says 4, take her to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
How old is she?
I don't know. Dating apps, man. You got catfished.
These were originally created, by the way, to be like part of gas stations. They were trying to increase gasoline sales. So they had this like general store with a little bit of a diner, and then it became this huge restaurant. The name, by the way, comes from barrels of soda crackers that people, like in small town stores across America back in the 1900s, early 1900s, people would stand around these Cracker Barrels and talk like people do water coolers.
Yeah.
So that's where Cracker Barrel comes from.
Look, the food is good. I'm not going to lie. I would say their breakfast is delicious. This is like fancy Denny's that closes at 8, which seems like misses the point. This is a senior citizen's place.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
And Zach, I can see why you like it. In fact, I think the 3 of us should go.
Do you want to go to just one, or do you want to go to all of them? Because someone beat us to that punch.
Oh, no.
Ray
I'm
and
not in a
Wilma
race for
Yoder.
it.
Ray and Wilma Yoder drove more than 5 million miles to visit 644 Cracker Barrel locations. They ate at, I don't know if it was all of them, but it was very, very close to all of them.
Gut bomb.
Yeah. And when Cracker Barrel found out, they're like, hey, come here when we open our 645th restaurant.
Here's a free sock monkey.
No, they gave them an apron and rocking chairs and some other gifts.
That's it.
They were in their 80s.
Yeah, and a
It's just
chicken fried steak.
Is it any surprise that people were in their 80s? I think it was his 85th birthday.
It took
or
80
81st
years.
birthday. Yeah.
That sounds great. Every single time I drive to Southern California for like Disneyland or whatever, there's a Cracker Barrel in Springville. And I always hope that that's going to be either on the way out or the way back. And it never happens for me. And I'm so sad.
We need to go to Cracker Barrel together, guys.
Oh, please do.
I need to be convinced because it's a tier 2. Good food, I would never choose to go. If someone said, let's go to Cracker Barrel, I would laugh.
Which is funny because I'm getting you a tier 2, but you're acting like it's a negative thing.
No, the food is good.
Yeah.
But it's a perception of it being a store that only the Yoders go to.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Kent, what if we went as, us guys hanging out? Our next planning meeting is going to be at Cracker Barrel. Let's say that. Are you happy about that?
We'd get carded for being too young.
I've got gray in my beard.
We can play checkers out front.
We can. On the
We
rocking
got the
chairs.
big giant checkers in the rocking chairs.
Tier 2 for me as well.
I think this is Geezer Applebee's.
Geezer, I like it.
Yeah.
Tier 1. I love this. I'm going to order the Country Boy with a steak. I'm going to get my eggs over easy. I'm going to mix together the eggs and the hash brown casserole. I'm going to take the fried apples. I'm going to eat those, but I'm going to use the juice on the biscuits.
By the way, I get the fried chicken, and no, I didn't say that wrong. That's what it's called. It's fried chicken with the country gravy on the top of it.
Yeah.
Little side of mashed
Also
potatoes
called
and brown
country
gravy.
fried chicken, but
Yeah.
chicken fried chicken.
And then macaroni and cheese. They're going to do this comfort food right.
All right, now we're going to go to the proper breakfast Applebee's. It's Denny's.
This is just from their website. We are the classic American diner and proud of everything that means. Since 1953, we've served quality food and healthy portions at a fair price.
They were known as Danny's Donuts when they opened.
In 1953 in California, they have 1,700 locations in 14 countries.
Do you guys remember a show called Breaking Bad?
Heard of
Yes,
it?
I do.
You may, because we kind of talked about one of the shows
Yeah,
in
breakfast.
a previous Bacon Bit. A lot of advertisers did not want to advertise on Breaking Bad, but Denny's was more than happy to.
Yeah.
And it was a scene where a murder just took place, and it was a very unsavory scene that took place at Denny's. And Denny's like, yeah, that represents us.
No, he's celebrating a birthday there.
Still.
He puts bacon and a smiley face on his pancake.
Also, I feel like we owe Denny's a lot because in 2013 they had a special menu. Special menu.
Are we back at Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, special menu called Bacon-alia.
That's almost like Baconsale,
Yeah.
our made up country.
Oh, that's right. So, fun fact, by the way, gentlemen. In October 2004, Dateline NBC aired a segment titled Dirty Dining, in which many popular casual dining restaurants were examined, including Applebee's. The producers examined the health inspector records for 100 restaurants for 15 months, and Denny's had the fewest violations,
What?
averaging fewer than one violation per restaurant.
They don't even have locks on the doors.
Guys, they
honestly.
did better than Chili's, Denny's, IHOP, Outback, Red Lobster, Ruby Tuesday, TGI Fridays, and Waffle House.
I don't know, man.
Well, moons over my hammy. That is so shocking.
That's what I order. Moons
really-
over my hammy. Ham, scrambled eggs, Swiss and American cheese on buttered, toasted sourdough bread.
I don't know, but I think what's the Grand Slam?
Yeah, the Grand Slam
Yeah.
breakfast.
I get the Grand Slam.
You get that. If you have a birthday deal, you get a free Grand Slam on your birthday.
Joel does.
You would know that. Yeah,
do.
No, that's so shocking because this is sticky tables, unsavory clientele, but apparently not committing crimes.
No.
And I find myself there a lot, maybe more than I'd like to. If I saw the breakfast
Wait,
places.
after you're talking like after your play?
Yeah,
in high
after all
school?
my plays.
There you go there.
Indeed. After all of Zack's plays, I'd go see. But if I saw all the breakfast places in a row, Denny's would be probably second to the bottom.
Really?
Yeah.
Denny's is my last.
It's a tier 3 for me.
No,
I'm very sorry.
I was going to say this is definitely the place where you go there late at night. It's always there.
Desperation food.
It's literally there to save your bacon, and then you go there, get the moons over my hammy, and it's delicious. That is delicious. That's why I go to Denny's. I'm giving it a tier 2 because it's not the top of
'Cause
the
it's still
casual
Denny's.
dining. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still Denny's, but it's there for you late at night when you need it. When you need a place to be warm,
It's a
in a
quarter
snowstorm.
after one.
Go to Denny's. Many of these restaurants don't even
Joel.
have locks on the doors.
Joel,
They were not built with locks.
you have my phone number. You seem lonely sometimes.
I just want moons over my
Call
hammy.
me. Yeah. Honestly, the last time I went to a Denny's was in high school. I was
Really?
Was it
Okay.
like 4 a.m.? Because they're open 24 hours.
Well, I was kidnapped for the gentle hazing of being in the magical choir.
yes.
And they had planned ahead and called the IHOP that was very close to our high school. And they were supposed to be there and they were going to be staffed and we were going to take like 30 of us in there. We show up at the IHOP and they're closed. And so we go,
Ooh.
well, there's a Denny's a couple miles down the road.
I think
Let's
it's a
just go
slogan,
there.
actually.
Yeah. Welcome to Denny's. IHOP's closed. But so we go a couple miles down the road and show up, and there's one cook and one server and 30, high school.
Oh,
girls.
just so annoying. Yeah.
And I felt horrible. And I think that might have been the last time I went there because I just had such a bad. I felt
Cigarette-
so gross about it.
Yeah,
You
there's
think
cigarettes
you
in
had
your
a
food.
bad night. They had
I
that
know.
one cook had a terrible
I
night.
actually walked over to everyone. This is before I was a restaurant manager. I walked over to everyone and said, "Give her the biggest tip you can."
Yeah. But they were teens, so they didn't.
So they gave her like $2
Right.
instead of $1.
Yeah.
All right, next up we have barbecue Applebee's. It's Famous Dave's.
A chain of barbecue restaurants that serves pork ribs, chicken, beef, brisket, and several flavors of barbecue sauces. This is our newest restaurant, by the way, coming in 1994.
Wow.
180 locations in 3 countries. And they're owned by the same company, Barbecue Holdings, that runs Village Inn.
I have respect for them because they gave us like smoked brisket before it was a popular thing.
Yeah.
Right now, fast casual places there's a ton of barbecue out there. But Famous Dave's was kind of a destination. I don't know if anyone goes there anymore. I don't know how it's still open, except for maybe going to get the Devil's Spit barbecue sauce.
Devil's Spit is my biggest memory of this place.
See, the Devil's Spit barbecue sauce is the spicy one, but I also got the sweet and sassy.
Oh, that's good too.
And then I
Sweet
mix them
and sassy's
together.
good.
So it's a
Oh,
little bit sweet, a
good
little bit
combo.
spicy. It's
Yeah.
good.
I remember when I was a kid, first time we went there, the guy we were eating with
I'm glad you added with. Okay.
The guy we were eating. No, the guy we were eating with is a buddy of my dad's. He gets a spoon, fills it with Devil's Spit, and
Whoa.
dares me. And I go, sure. I eat it, and it was not pleasant.
No,
I was
that's-
fairly young.
That's pepper vinegar nightmare.
Yeah, it was not great. But I mean, it's like the appeal.
I think the barbecue's a little dry. Right? Everything on the plate is a bit dry.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you
I
guys
agree
go to
with
the barbecue place, like, what do you... Okay, Famous Dave's, what
Oh.
do you get?
This one would be a 2 or 3 meat combo. And I will
Okay.
get sliced brisket.
Yeah.
And I'll get pulled pork or chicken. It usually comes with hush puppies or a roll.
I get the ribs, the brisket, and the pulled pork.
Okay.
It's the standard one.
Brisket and pulled
Deluxe.
pork for me as well.
Yeah.
I only get 2. Let's not go crazy.
Leftovers, Zach.
I never have leftovers.
Yeah.
It's
And
it's my New Year's resolution to never eat leftovers
What?
from a restaurant.
You want to share them with me?
No.
I'll take them.
That's rude.
I either overeat at the restaurant or just don't take them home.
Wow.
Yep.
That's weird.
It's a weird goal.
Also, my New Year's resolution started 2 months ago. But whatever.
Oh, that's going to
Chinese
last.
New Year?
Oh, so this is tier 2 for me.
Yeah.
Because I think the food is fine. And I have good memories with it. A couple monumental dates happen at Famous Dave's, which is weird. And so, yeah, I like the place. But I'm not going to be like, I feel like Famous Dave's when there's so many better places to go.
Well, Famous Dave's has an advantage over, I guess, most of the restaurants on this list in that it's barbecue. Barbecue's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
even when it's not great, it's still pretty good.
still
Their-
barbecue.
Their sauces are good. I give it a tier 2, but I like it.
Now, when I was a kid, birthday meals, you get to pick where you want to go, and I would pick this place I love called Lorena's where I get chili verde. But if I wasn't getting that, there was another place called the Barbecue Pit. It was this hole in the wall, one-off barbecue place I went to, and then that ended up getting closed down probably because of health violations. I don't know, but they were delicious ribs. And then I was like, well, what do I want to do? I want ribs. And I went to Famous Dave's, and that became my new birthday place.
Yeah, that's special.
Yes, this became special. I would eat there on special occasions. It is a positive association for me, and it's barbecue. I love barbecue, so I'm giving this a tier 1.
Okay. Nice. I actually thought that would go tier 3 for you guys.
Really?
We're at a third through the list and have not agreed collectively once.
As far as barbecue chains go, Famous Dave's definitely up there.
Yeah.
That's okay.
All right. Now we have overeating Applebee's. It's Golden Corral.
A family restaurant chain specializing in buffet dining experience. Founded in 1973 in North Carolina, 489 locations in 43 states.
There's a vast history of not passing food inspections here. Which,
Yeah.
you're going to get that for a buffet, and especially with so many locations.
There's a 2003 outbreak of salmonella. There's a 2012 outbreak of norovirus. They've got kind of an iffy history, shall we say.
It's funny because it's one of the buffet places I visit the least. But whenever I go, I kind of smile about it because I'm like, I'm at Golden Corral. What am I doing here? But I enjoy it at the same time. I'm like, I'm going to have cotton candy on my way out.
I love it for the irony.
Yeah,
I do.
right?
I don't actually enjoy Golden Corral, but when I'm there, I'm happy.
Well, the funny thing about it is, too,
That's a good
the
slogan,
last time
too.
I went there, I was surprised by the made-to-order stuff. Because you can get a fresh omelet, or you can get a made-to-order steak. Is it the best steak in the world? No. But it's like freshly cooked right there in front of you, and it actually tastes good.
Also, their salad bar has like steak or chicken strips. in it.
Yeah.
You don't get that at Chuckarama, for example.
The rolls are pretty good.
I'm getting so hungry, guys.
You know what is really disturbing, though? I hate freestanding 24/7 chocolate fountains. I think the fondue fountains are a mistake at a buffet because kids put their little fingies in there.
Yep.
It
And
has
that chocolate.
signs. It has signs saying don't put fingies in
Oh,
here.
okay. I don't know
I'm
if you know
sure.
this, Joel, but young kids can't read.
What? My children were reading
How
out
are
of
your
the
fingers
womb.
so sticky? That is like what a kid is.
I just stick my
Sticky
beard in
fingers.
there and just get my beard covered in chocolate, and then I lick it off. So my fingers are not going in there,
Pick the
Ken.
little coarse hairs out of there. No, I think it's a mistake to have recirculated chocolate sauce.
Kent,
Yes.
I know for a fact you've been to a Golden Corral and that you played Risk there from lunch until dinner
Yeah.
so you could get 2 meals and probably stiff the waiter on the
I
tip.
was poor.
So if you give this any less than a tier 2, you're in trouble because you owe them.
Here's the thing. This one is kind of like, is this a tier 2 or is it a tier 3? And the only...
You made them have
Okay,
a miserable
how about
night.
this? This was a tier 3, but I'm going to exchange it for a tier 2 because I do have positive associations. I actually befriended a college roommate's grandpa just because he said, my grandpa will take you to Golden Corral if you're friends with him. And I went and hung out with this grandpa twice. And he for hours, and he never took us to Golden Corral. I hate his grandpa.
Wow. This does not put you in a good light again, Ken. I was trying to help you out there.
I
buddy.
mean, okay, look, I had it as tier 3 because the food's not good. And you go for ironic sake. I'm going to give it a tier 2 now because I think Joel will be mad at me if I don't.
Not just me. I think the Investors Management Corporation who owns Golden Corral will. I'm giving this a tier 2. In regard to all-you-can-eat buffets, I do prefer Chuckarama to Golden Corral.
Same.
But it's very local. We don't have it on our list.
Right.
But I'm giving this a tier 2 because I was surprised last time. I was like, oh, that actually was pleasant. And you can get what you want. If you don't like something there, you don't have to get it. And the food's all good.
Yeah,
It's not
it-
great.
it feeds you.
It's good.
I always get a plate. My first plate is basically a Cobb salad, more
Yeah.
or less.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, my
I was doing
second
salad first.
My second plate is usually something hearty, meat, potatoes, corn, stuff like that. And my third plate is always as if I was 5.
Where
I
it's
like
like
mac and cheese and
a
pizza.
chicken finger,
and
yeah, slice of
chicken.
pizza.
I get the kid plate.
I'll
No
never
shame.
forget going there with my family and my grandma pulling out a little baggie out of her purse. My 80-year-old
Oh,
grandma,
no.
little baggie out of her purse at the end of the meal and putting her steak in there and then rolling it up and put it back in her
No.
purse. And I was like, Grandma, what are you doing? She's like, I can't finish it here. And I'm like, you're not supposed to take food. And she's like, they're not going to do anything with it.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. This is the first time we all agree. It's a tier 2.
Okay.
This is a tier 2 restaurant. I mean, it's a tier 3 restaurant, but
I
it's a
agree.
tier 1
Yeah.
experience. So it averages.
You can have
out.
a lot of fun at a Golden Corral.
I think
You can play Risk.
There's fun to be had, and I always when I'm feeling a little sad, I go to the Golden Corral to eat my feelings. Always feels better.
It's another slogan there.
Next up, we have the other breakfast Applebee's. It's IHOP.
While IHOP's focuses on breakfast, serving pancakes, waffles, French toast, and omelets, it also offers a menu of lunch and dinner items such as sandwiches, burgers, and salads.
IHOP.
Founded in 1958 in California, 1,650 locations in 13 countries. And they're owned by Dine Brand Global, which is literally owned by Apple, or the same company that runs Applebee's.
IHOP hates religion. There was a religious community.
Wow.
You can find them online. I'm just throwing that out there. Allegedly, don't sue me. But there was an International House of Prayer. And so when people Googled IHOP, they'd often find the International House of Prayer. And so IHOP sued them.
Because they're the International House of Pancakes.
Yeah. And so it was dismissed settled out of court.
Yeah. 99% of the restaurants are run by independent franchisees. That's like
Franchises?
That's franchisees?
Franchisees.
There we go.
Here's my problem with IHOP. They have this eerie Twilight Zone feeling. Every time you drive by, you go, wait, I can't tell from the lighting inside and from the lighting outside. Are they open or closed?
True.
Like, it's 10:30 at night. Why would they close the IHOP? But there's no one in there.
True.
And it's kind of dark. Are they closed?
It
scares me, actually.
I've driven up to an IHOP. Not enough cars in the parking lot.
Yeah.
No indication that it's even open.
Right.
And I've just driven away, not knowing.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's only 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
They've got to be open.
But maybe not.
But
If you walk in, there's a vortex, and it's full of people. You just can't tell from the windows.
Yeah, it's
Guys-
like the faceless people turn around and going, "What are you doing here?"
let me
It's
give
been
you a
IHOP
hint,
here
by
for
the way.
20 years.
So a lot of them run 24 hours, but the minimum amount of operating hours is 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. That's when they have to be open, according to the franchisees.
I've never left an IHOP feeling full. Even if I get a combo, I'm like, oh, that was disappointing.
I believe it's Jim Gaffigan who says, I don't really feel like hopping after going there. They should call it I barely move.
I see. I don't ever get over full with my split decision. That's what I usually get.
I'm mad at them, by the way. I'm mad at IHOP because I'm going through each time. I would go through each one of these restaurants and figure out what I would order. And normally I order the Rooty Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
Sure you do.
It's gone. They discontinued it, and so I hate them. They're a tier 3.
They are tier 3.
They would have been tier 3 anyway.
If there was a diner row for breakfast, this would be the lowest.
Really?
And they're the biggest brand.
I disagree. Like, this is my tier 2.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I feel like this is a less gross Denny's.
I see, and every time I go into an IHOP, I feel uncomfortable, like they don't want me there.
That's true.
There's no one sitting in any of the tables, so they put me over in a corner by myself, and I'm like, this is
Wait, you
really
go by
awkward.
yourself?
No, I mean with the group we're with.
Wow.
We're kind of off by ourselves, and the server maybe will find us. I do like the variety of syrups. Like I like having the butter pecan, I think it is, and then the blueberry and the strawberry. I enjoy that. But pancakes are so cheap. So
Right.
cheap. It's eggs and flour and milk. That's all you really need. And yet they're charging so much for these.
much.
And I can't handle it. Tier 3.
Well, I once went on a really cute hot chocolate date to an IHOP in a very sketchy part of town. So
That's where you find IHOPs.
I have good memories of it. I don't know. Next up, we have seafood Applebee's. It's Joe's Crab Shack.
Informal seafood chain serving crab buckets and stuffed shrimp plus American comfort dishes. Founded in 1991, 57 locations in 18 states. This is the least locations we had on our list, was 57.
I'll just jump in here. I don't like seafood restaurants. Tier 3.
But crab?
At all?
But crab.
I don't like crab.
But, crab?
Butt crab? What? No,
Family friendly, both of you.
I don't like crab.
What?
No.
But
A crab bucket?
Is this the place they serve it in a bag?
Pretty much every place does. But
Okay.
we went
Yeah.
somewhere that served it in a bag.
Yeah, I never
I got food
know.
poisoning.
I don't.
Butt crab. So, yeah.
I mean, I guess if I had to go, I'd get like a steak and shrimp thing. But like, no.
This is actually more expensive than most places on our list.
Crab's not cheap, which
Right.
is weird because the sea
And
spiders.
the staff will take dance breaks throughout the night.
Oh, I hate that kind of thing.
They just suddenly
Yeah,
start
a lot of
dancing.
these
They have
places
dance breaks.
do.
It's usually really loud in there, and I left reeking of fish. I mean, I would get the bucket of snow crab with garlic seasoning and
So would I.
seasonal vegetables. That sounds delicious to me. But the seafood, when I went here, the seafood was mediocre.
I know I can't like this place.
Why?
Crab takes a lot of effort to eat, and you like that sort of thing.
This takes the most effort to eat.
This is the most
you have to
effort
pry
in
apart
all
their
the
claw
food world.
thingies.
And so naturally, I hate it, and you love it. There you
Yeah.
go.
I'll feed you crab next
Do you
time.
like effortful food?
I do.
Okay, well,
I enjoy
this is-
I enjoy breaking open those crab legs.
I like eating my food and enjoying it, not tearing it apart.
I burn calories, and then I dip them in butter.
burn calories. It's
I
like
barely,
one of those hand exercisers.
I barely like bone-in chicken.
But I think we're all giving this a tier 3 then?
It's all a tier 3.
Tier 3.
Sorry,
Let's just
Joe's
move on.
Crab
Are
Shack.
we ever going to be like, let's go to Joe's. Let's eat at Joe's. Nope.
Next up, that one burger place that you've seen in like the mall, but you don't really want to go there. Johnny Rockets.
Johnny Rockets is your classic American restaurant with family-friendly dancing, music, and ketchup art, serving over-the-top milkshakes, handcrafted burgers, and fun. I didn't write that.
Their employees are called Rocketeers, and they are required to learn how to dance. But to Footloose, that's cool.
Yeah. Founded in
is cool.
1986 in California, 320 locations in 30 countries.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's because it's the American appeal. It's the 1950s American aesthetic, right?
But they're owned by Fat Brands, which also runs Fazoli's, Hot Dog on a Stick, and Pretzel Maker.
Excuse me, hold on.
Fazoli's.
What was that first one?
Fazoli's?
Fazoli's, who I put out of business when I went to college. Can I get a slice of pepperoni pizza and all of your breadsticks tonight?
But that's kind of what you got to expect as mall food when you go to a Johnny Rockets.
I really don't like this, but I went to Johnny Rockets like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, why am I
No,
here?
this is the place where you're like, hey, kids, let's leave Lagoon. We don't want to pay for all the food. Oh, I'll go to Johnny Rockets after, I guess. What did you guys get, a special burger here at all?
I think I just got.
Smokehouse Double.
Okay.
It's got
Smokehouse burger.
bacon, sourdough onion ring, or sourdough bread, onion rings.
Spicy Houston's pretty good too.
Yeah.
I looked on the site though, and you know how like most places are supposed to advertise their burgers and make them look delicious. All the burgers look like they had a skin condition. I didn't really care for it.
Fun fact, though, if you're a Yankees fan, the Yankee Stadium opened with Johnny Rockets all throughout it. That's and the biggest one, by the way, in Dominican Republic, 6,000 square feet, seating for more than 200 people, and it's on Royal Caribbean cruises. So they're doing a great job marketing and getting out there. But I've never been really impressed with them.
I think I got the bacon cheddar last time, but let me tell you, I got the loaded cheese fries or whatever they call them. They were the most disgusting cheese fries I've ever had.
What was the cheese like?
It was.
You've been to Training Table?
It was this.
What?
Greasy.
Oh,
Perfect grease.
stop.
Like sweaty.
No.
Like just did 30 push-ups.
We don't have time for that.
Like,
No, this is like you know how Wendy's has a cheese sauce and then cheese. It's like that, but fries that are just bad, and that cheese sauce. I think it wanted to be a beer cheese sauce.
Oh, sure, yeah.
but it was funky and way too much of it.
I think an
You got
employee
the
just spilled
alcoholic
their
shark?
beer
Yeah.
into your cheese fries.
No, it was bad. I will say it's kind of cute though. They store their straws in Barbicide jars, like
Yeah.
I have at the barbershop. Kind of fun.
Ew. With Barbicide?
No Barbicide in them.
Oh.
Barbicide looks delicious.
It does.
That little blue liquid in the
Yeah,
jars?
it's like Gatorade.
I've never had it, but I really want to.
Don't do it.
But tier
Don't do
3
it.
for Johnny Rockets.
Tier 3 for Johnny
Tier
Rockets.
3 for Johnny Rockets.
We agree.
Next up, we have a fancy steak Applebee's. It's Longhorn Steakhouse.
Making our famous, expertly crafted steak starts with picking quality cuts, then ends where most good things do, on the grill.
Okay.
These are it's
I
just
know.
weird.
I
Founded in
know.
1981 in Atlanta, Georgia, 491 locations in 3 countries, and they're owned by Darden Restaurants, who also own Olive Garden.
Yes.
So I love the story with the creation of this restaurant. So some guy, he bought an adult bookstore.
What?
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, I want to make a restaurant. Let's see what we can do. And he renovated most of it, it says. I renovated most of the store. And no one really ate there. It wasn't very popular until one night. It was like this huge snowstorm in 1982 where drivers were stranded for 3
And Rudolph
days.
came riding in, and he chopped him up and served him.
Delicious. But yeah, for 3 days. And so people went to the restaurant and just kept going. And then word of mouth spread that this place is that good.
Well, he did. He also did kind of lower his prices to help people out, and the news picked it up, and they're like, "This is a good place. You
Yeah.
should support them." So that became Longhorn Steakhouse's story, which is a good story.
Zach, have you been here?
Oh, this is my go-to steak place.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We actually, the week before my son was born, my wife and I went twice.
What do you get?
I usually do the steak and shrimp combo.
Okay.
So I'll do the lesser.
Red Rock grilled shrimp,
Yes.
the ribeye, the Parmesan crusted chicken. It's so good.
Otherwise, I'm a New York steak guy.
Okay.
I will get the Parmesan
Real
crust.
quick, though, how do you guys like your steak?
Medium rare.
You say medium rare? Is that
I've
Kent?
started to do medium rare because you guys made fun of me for getting medium, and like I hated it, right? And so now I get medium rare when I'm with you guys.
Kent, I want to.
You can get medium.
Can
It's
you-
okay.
Yo, you'll make fun of me.
Kent,
Might as well get it to the
Kent,
birds.
you can get medium, but according to the study that was published in May 2017, 37.5% of people get their steak done medium. So you are mainstream when you go
Yeah,
medium.
that's the most common.
25%.
Unbelievable.
25%
You
medium
gonna throw
well.
that at me?
22% medium rare. 11% well done. So only 2.5 chose their steak to be rare. I kind of rounded up some of those things there, so don't do the
If
math.
you like
but-
your steak well done, maybe don't tell me that because I'll
No.
make fun of you.
The second best steak I've ever had was actually at a Longhorn Steakhouse.
Yeah,
I got
it's
a
really
Flo's filet, medium rare. It
Where's
was
the
delicious.
first best?
It was a friend that made it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Better than Roost Chris?
Yes.
Longhorn's better than Roost Chris?
Yes, absolutely. I would say that.
What?
No.
No.
Yeah, Roost Chris is not on our list because they're not casual.
No,
So be
heavens
casual
no.
about that.
Like casual place, you feel like you can show up as you are. I feel like I have to wear a tie if I go to Ruth's Chris.
True.
Now, Longhorn is my go-to steak place. I enjoy it, and it's a tier 1 for me.
We're all agreeing, I think.
Yeah, tier 1 for
Yep.
me.
Probably my favorite on this list, if I'm being honest.
Longhorn Steakhouse?
Yeah, I mean, it's right up there with Cracker Barrel.
Wow.
Good association. I guess.
Totally. All right, the classic Italian Applebee's. It's Olive Garden.
Olive Garden serves several types of Italian-American cuisine, including pasta dishes, steaks, and salads. Founded in 1982 in Florida, 892 locations in 15 countries.
We've been talking a lot about our orders. I'll tell you, every time I go to Olive Garden, I try to avoid ordering pasta.
Oh, wise.
This is a soup, salad, and breadstick.
So I
place.
had this conversation with my mom today.
He literally did, and I heard it.
And she was like, it just costs too much now. She likes to save a little bit of money. I'm like, hey, you're doing it wrong. Go for the unlimited soup and salad.
Yeah.
That's all you need. Because breadsticks and salad there.
Good.
Oh, breadsticks and Alfredo sauce.
No, don't pay for the sauce. Paying for the sauce is a
Pay,
ripoff.
pay for the sauce.
No.
No, I know it comes.
It's like
Yeah, I know it's-
$27
I know it's like
for a
two. I know
dollop.
it's 2D, and it's barely there.
Yes.
but it's enough. It makes the breadsticks 9 times better.
Breadsticks are great on their own, and I will eat
they're
so
little-
many.
they're a
of
little
those.
crusty. You gotta
Do
put a
guys
little
get
sauce on
You guys
them.
get the soup or the salad?
soup.
Oh, salad.
I get the soup.
Salad every time.
Generally, though, one person at the table gets salad, and so it's like that's
So
enough
you
for
stole
all of
my
us.
salad.
Yeah,
But what soup do you get?
chicken gnocchi.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well,
Finger
that's the
boop?
one to get. Guys, that dressing on the salad is so good. You can buy it at
so
the
good.
store.
Oh, we do.
You
we
just
do.
buy it at the store.
Yeah, still.
I
But
don't.
the croutons and the pepperoncinis?
I pick off the red onions and I pick off the pepperoncini.
I get it without
onions.
olives. So
What?
Yeah, I don't like olives.
It's the Olive
that's right.
Garden. Who's going to tell
I'm so
him?
sorry. Oh, they're not tier 1 anymore.
Do you pick up the rockets off the Johnny Rockets burgers too? By the way, I'll get the chicken parmigiana.
I get that too, but I'm usually kind of disappointed.
I do have to take out a loan from the bank before I
Truly.
do so.
Sometimes they give you 1 chicken breast. Sometimes they give you 2. It's
lunch.
so inconsistent.
It's lunch and dinner. It's a lunch meal versus dinner meal.
If I have to order pasta,
Yeah.
for some reason, someone's like, you have to order pasta. I'll get adult macaroni and cheese, which is fettuccine Alfredo.
yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, back in 2011, the parent company at the time wanted to put Olive Gardens and Red Lobster chains in the same building. They were going to be these shared restaurants of these two casual dining experiences. It failed miserably.
I would
and,
believe that.
They stopped doing it.
It's like, do you guys like bread?
Hey,
Come and get your
Do
bread.
you want your pasta to smell like fish?
But still, the biscuits and the breadsticks. Oh my gosh, is that heaven?
There is something about Olive Garden that, like, I'll never leave it forever. I go there and I eat and I go, this is terrible. I'm never coming back. I always will. I will always go back to Olive Garden sometime.
They do offer a never-ending pasta pass where you can get $99 and you get
a year?
all the pasta you want for a 7-week period.
7 weeks.
Because they used to do the never-ending pasta bowl, but then they lost like tons of money doing that. But yeah, you can get a pasta pass.
Every
for
date I
$100.
go on, they're like, where do you want to go on? And my mind goes, Olive Garden. But I'm too shy to say anything.
It is so
Hush, hush.
cliche. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, babe, you want the best Italian food that you can microwave? Let's go to Olive Garden.
Yeah. Guys, I love this place.
Really?
I do. It's a tier 1.
Whoa.
Totally. The breadsticks alone are the one ring.
They're
The
so good.
breadsticks are the reason to go there.
Yeah.
I have given
And dip them in the chicken and gnocchi soup.
I've given Texas Roadhouse a hard time because everybody talks about the rolls. And
Yeah.
I'm like, but it's a steak place. But like that doesn't apply to Olive Garden. the crown jewel is the breadstick. It's the reason to go.
Yeah, and then I love when they're like at the very end when you're like slowing down. They're like, "You want some more breadsticks?"
Yes.
and you're like, "Yes,
And
please."
then they give you the full bag.
The full bag.
Oh, and then they're like, "Hey, let me give you 17 mints, which are high class mints.
those
They're
Andes
Andes
are
mints.
good.
Oh, they're so good."
Yeah, it's a good finisher. I'm giving this a tier 1 as well.
Zach, make us proud.
This is a tier 1.
Yeah. Wow. I feel like I work for them.
This is a tier 1.
Not a sponsor.
I don't know why. I think it's just
It's
When you're there,
delightful.
when you're there, you're family.
it's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have steak and lobster.
All right. Authentic Australian cuisine.
Should I get on my soapbox again?
Ah.
Joel, where was this place started?
Tampa, Florida.
Have we even mentioned that it's Outback?
Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully people understand.
All right,
Give
go
our
for
bad
it,
accents.
Bloomin' onion.
We are an Australian-inspired
Stand the
steakhouse
crowds.
restaurant beloved worldwide. We pride ourselves on serving up variety. Our unbeatable steak cuts are complemented by delicious choices of chicken, ribs, seafood, and pasta at price for everyone.
Bloomin' Onion, right? Really cool in the 90s.
Bloomin' onion.
There's a person at Outback that's called a bloomologist
No.
and meant to craft these bloomin' onions.
Is that what they call them in Australia?
That's a phony. They're phonies.
Do they serve Fosters
But
here?
there's 200 petals per bloomin' onion. In fact, the company, I think it's Outback that kind of just became its own larger company, kind of like Facebook and Meta. They became Bloomin' Brands.
Bloomin' Brands, who owns Carrabba's.
Yeah. Guys, toppest of the top tiers on this one. I love most everything at Outback. Appetizers. You got the coconut shrimp. If you want bloomin' onion, find it for the kids or whatever. But you got some amazing
The
things
kids,
there.
it's 1,500 calories.
Oh, I mean, but yeah, the whole table's eating it at the same time, right? And then you get the blue cheese chopped walnut salad.
You
It's
lost
so good. And
I don't
then-
like mold in my cheese.
I do, I guess. And then
But you don't like mushrooms?
the Alice Springs chicken.
Booyah. I will agree with you there.
Oh, and granted, I'm judged by the servers every single time because
'Cause you're at a steak place
my
ordering
date
chicken?
usually gets a steak, and I got the chicken.
Yeah. I usually get the Alice Springs chicken with home-style mashed potatoes and the
I'll get
green
sweet potato,
salad
loaded sweet
with the
potato.
ranch.
I absolutely hate when the server comes to the table and they like have the air quotes manlier meal and they
Yeah.
try to hand it to you and you're like, no, that's for her. The rare steak, that's for my wife.
No, two dudes from Florida saw Crocodile Dundee and the impact that it had on America's fascination with Australian culture. So Crocodile Dundee 1986, this restaurant started in 1988. It's literally because of Crocodile Dundee that we have Outback Steakhouse.
But it's such high quality.
You give it tier 1 of tier 1?
Oh, tier 1.
Kent, I hate the bloomin' onion.
Okay, you can eat bloomin' onion, but it's not the establishment.
I hate really
Is it because
crisp-
it's so greasy?
It's like raw onions, which I'm not a huge
And
fan
it's
of.
just the
Super
leaves, not
greasy,
the actual onion?
and a mayonnaise horseradish sauce. I hate the sauce to dip it in. This is one of the worst possible appetizers out there. I do not like it, but this is a tier 1 restaurant,
Okay.
hands down. No doubt, this is a tier 1 restaurant. Alice Springs chicken is amazing.
It's amazing. And their steaks are delicious, too.
Sure, if you get those.
The prime rib, amazing.
I have very little experience with the Outback. I've
Can we go?
probably only been
Can
to
I
this
take you?
restaurant twice.
I will take you.
It's like you're going to Australia.
I did feel that when I went. However, I thought it was really good, and especially looking at this list and that menu, like I know I could always find something good here. So yeah, it's definitely a tier 1.
Okay, we're starting to agree.
Now we have P.F. Chang's China Bistro.
Chang's honors the 2,000-year-old tradition of wok cooking as the center of the guest experience. Since inception, P.F. Chang's chefs have been hand-rolling dim sum, hand-chopping and slicing all vegetables and meats, scratch-cooking every sauce, and wok-cooking each dish every day in every restaurant.
The name is a combo of the two founders' names. It's Paul Fleming and Philip Chang.
Yes. And they actually shortened it because it's C-H-I-A-N-G, his Philip's name is, but they shortened it to Chang just to make it easier. Founded in 1993, 305 locations in 22 countries.
This place introduced me to lettuce wraps and changed my life for a couple of years. Lettuce wraps. It's their most popular thing.
That's
on
their
their
most
menu.
popular appetizer, yeah.
It is absolutely amazing.
Those are also assemble yourself, you realize.
Zach?
I hate P.F. Chang's tier 3.
Because they have to assemble your lettuce wraps?
The lettuce wraps are horrible. They are so much work.
How do they taste, sir?
Fine. They're fine. I put them together
really
and I
good.
eat it and I go, it wasn't worth the effort.
I'll
Zach?
get the crispy honey shrimp.
I don't like P.F.
I
Chang's.
love it so good.
Zach, I've heard you talk about hot dogs in a positive light.
I love hot
I've seen you
dogs.
eat hot dogs from Maverick, sir. You put condiments on those hot dogs.
You had to build those hot dogs yourself, Zach.
It was a
You
downside.
hypocrite.
It was a downside. I won't lie. I've been giving Maverick a hard time for a while about that.
By the way, if you do go to PF Chang's, don't use your credit card. Maybe
is there leaks
there's been two different data breaches in 2014 and 2018. They don't have. They probably have got it much better now, and their security system's fine.
Yeah.
But I just kind of went.
It's pretty
"Jeez."
recent.
Yeah.
But yeah, the crispy honey chicken, very
So
good.
good. So yes, I'm giving this a tier 1.
It's a tier 1.
Because it is fancy Chinese food that makes me happy. My wife, not a big fan of Chinese food because, well, we usually get the cheap stuff. You know, it's that, oh, yeah, I need something quick and easy. They're going to this Chinese restaurant. She didn't like Chinese food, she thought. We went to P.F. Chang's and she went, oh, no, I like this.
Yeah.
Which is technically Asian fusion. It's not full Chinese. But
And then
it's
you got
tasty.
the Pei Wei, which is trying to be PF Chang's,
Yeah,
but
it's
didn't
like-
really succeed.
Yeah. So, yeah, tier 1 from me, tier 1 from you, and Zach gave it a tier 3.
Do not like it.
Because it's work.
Next up, it's seafood Applebee's. It's there probably was already one of those. No, this is really though seafood Applebee's. This is Red Lobster.
The restaurant specializes in seafood, including crab, fish, lobster, mollusks, and shrimp.
Mollusks.
Founded in 1968 in Florida, 705 locations in 14 countries.
This restaurant should have never stayed in business as long as it had, because it took them 20 years, not until 1988. They did not invent the biscuits until 1988. The Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Cheddar Bay biscuits.
I want to live in Cheddar Bay. I want to be mayor of Cheddar Bay. They prepare 1 million biscuits a day. Also, I don't know if this is a good thing because I don't love it, but they invented the popcorn shrimp.
Which is great. I love popcorn shrimp.
Yeah.
Oh, I do not.
Yeah, right?
It's yummy.
It's breading.
It's tasty.
It's work.
No, it's not.
Literally not work. You don't even have to hold it. You can just pick it up with a fork.
Do you guys eat shrimp tails?
No.
Ew, what?
People do.
Perverts.
Yeah, they do.
Are those people that eat sunflower seeds whole too?
Yeah.
Do you guys feel a little gross about eating the shrimp though, when you know there's like that lining in there that's kind of nasty?
They clean a lot of them out.
Red Lobster,
If they're
Joel.
breaded, you don't know.
Ignorance is bliss.
Exactly. But I usually get the garlic shrimp skewers, which
Yeah.
are not breaded. And then I get the bacon mac and cheese and the Cheddar Bay biscuit.
I like the rock lobster and shrimp.
Lobster. This is another company that learned very quickly that people are greedy and had an endless snow crab leg promotion twice in its history. And
It's like $20, right?
yeah, and they get
for
as much
unlimited.
as you want. But they said that they lost a ton of money on that because crab prices had shot up. And they underestimated how much people would order, and they weren't turning over tables quick enough because people were just sitting there and eating and eating and eating. So yeah, not a good idea apparently to do endless whatevers.
The biscuits.
Biscuits are so good,
Biscuits are so good.
but don't get the bisque.
Oh.
Maybe because in 2016, Inside Edition reported that Red Lobster uses a mix of less expensive langostino instead of lobster in their lobster bisque. What's langostino? I'm
No
glad
idea.
you ask. It's a squat lobster. Squat lobster.
Hold on. So it's at the gym, right? It's not doing lunges. It's doing squats.
It's not a lobster, nor it is a prawn. It's more like a hermit crab that they're putting in their lobster
but it's
bisque.
thick with 2 C's.
Because it's squats.
Squats. Where's yoga pants?
Red Lobster is overrated, I feel.
Oh, who overrates Red Lobster, Joel?
Because it's like, oh, let's go to Red Lobster. And it's like, you go there
I
and you're
haven't
like,
heard that
Who
ever
says
in my
that?
life.
The guy in Happy Gilmore? Like that's
yeah, I give this a tier 2.
I want someone to say, let's go to Red Lobster, because I'd like to say yes and not be the one that recommends it, because the Cheddar Bay biscuits are
You can make those at home.
Oh, work?
Have the mix.
yeah.
I'm on Zack's side here.
You can make as many biscuits as you
This
want.
is tier 2 because, mercy, I had a friend that worked at Red Lobster, and he'd just bring out home this is in college, all the Cheddar Bay biscuits, and that's all I need.
You know what I remember from my last experience with Red Lobster? I remember the strawberry lemonade,
Okay.
delicious, and I remember the Cheddar Bay biscuits. I don't even remember what entree I got.
Of course you don't.
My
Zach,
favorite thing to order here is nothing. I hate this place. Tier 3.
Ouch.
No, I don't like it at all.
seafood in general?
Biscuits aren't worth it. I don't like seafood all that much, but this is like you walk in and you go, ew, gross.
Are you judging the people?
No, people are fine. They're lovely.
People are strange.
People who eat there, it's fine. All right, next up we have Burger Applebee's. It's Red Robin.
Yum. Red
Robin. Yum.
This is from their site. We believe in bringing people together with high-quality burgers and bottomless steak fries that everyone loves. This is our oldest restaurant, guys. This was formed in 1940 in Seattle, Washington.
But it was a tavern back then. It wasn't a burger place.
I was going to say they had burgers, but they definitely expanded after that. 538 locations in U.S. and Canada. When I go there, I usually get the Royal Red Robin burger, which is the one with the egg on it.
Yep.
Ooh,
and some bottomless
so good.
steak fries.
I get Burn in Love.
I struggled with once upon a time. They switched it over to a sunny side up egg on the Royal Red. I did not like that. It used to be over easy, and then they switched it to
Over easy is all the way.
It's better. You get a little bit of the
Eggs on burgers. And the bottomless steak fries with the right amount of seasoning salt. Super delicious.
And with the fry sauce, too.
See, I go for the tavern, like the smaller ones, the tavern double. I get the pig out. That's the one that has bacon on it, and I add an egg to it.
Oh.
So it's
You can
like
add
a Royal.
egg?
But here's the
Yes.
thing: if you're going to get a burger,
Or you
you're
get the
probably going to
teriyaki
go to
burger.
like Five Guys, right? You're not going to. I want to sit down and pay $14 for a burger combo.
You were
and
going to pay
pay
this.
tip.
You're going to pay the same at Five Guys nowadays.
No, it's true, but
Yeah.
also it takes longer. You have to wait for your food like that. I just think I'm less likely to go to a place like this.
I think you end up at Red Robin, at least in my experience, when you want to keep things fairly casual, maybe hang out with some friends.
Yeah.
You and
At a
you
big enough
know
table.
There's plenty of space, big tables, and enough variety in the menu. Somebody's going to find something.
Also the birthday burgers. They gave you a free birthday burger.
Oh, of course.
Free burger on your birthday.
Sweet
I thought
burger.
they give you the dessert.
No, it was a burger.
Oh.
I was going to say my wife and I, our birthdays are close enough. We were able to go there, and both of us were able to get our free
So
burger.
does that put it at a tier 1 for you?
No, see, I've only ever gotten dessert. You get the
What?
birthday dessert. It's like a slice of their cake.
I don't know if I've ever gotten their cake.
Oh, geez.
Fun fact, by the way, it was originally called Sam's Tavern, like Kent mentioned way back when. But the owner, Sam, he sang in a barbershop quartet, and he used to be singing the song "When the Red Robin Comes Bob Bobbing Along," and that eventually became the name of the restaurant. It's where it comes from, is that song. So there you go. Fun fact, tier 1 for me.
Tier 2.
Tier 1.
Sorry, guys, to let you down.
It's okay. This is not one that I feel like when I'm thinking of a really good burger, I'm not thinking Red Robin. But when I go to Robin, I'm like, that was a pretty good burger.
I like Red Robin. And I also have a little bit of bias. Red Robin was owned by the company, the restaurant company that I worked for several years. And so I had a little magic card that gave me $250 a month of free food. And I would use it at Red
That's
Robin all the
amazing.
time. Yep.
It's like a gold
gold
the wrong
card.
business.
It was meant for lunches. You're supposed to use it at your restaurant for lunch. But then I was like, well, I'm just going to bring a sandwich and not spend my money and go to Red Robin later.
Yum.
So I ate there a lot when I was a manager, a restaurant manager there. Okay, now we have, you like writing on tables? Boy, I got the place for you. It's Romano's Macaroni Grill.
Features items found in traditional cuisine from Italy and the Mediterranean area. The menu includes custom assembled pasta dish with a choice of pastas, sauces, and toppings. You also get complimentary bread and olive oil, which is tasty.
Yeah, it's tasty.
Yeah. Founded in 1988 in Texas, 98 locations in 15 states.
I think the problem is you never remember that this place exists.
No, because Olive Garden dominates that
Oh,
headspace.
definitely.
Yeah.
But Macaroni Grill
but it
is
is good.
good.
Macaroni Grill is better Olive Garden as far as like the pasta goes. It doesn't have like the side fixins.
And the breadsticks.
The crispy Brussels sprouts too. Those are quite good.
The Brussels sprouts are good.
They are
but
good.
they don't have anything quite like the soup salad and breadsticks of
don't.
Olive Garden.
No.
But the actual food here is better.
And you're paying a little bit more, obviously.
Sure.
You are. I usually get the stuffed mushrooms maybe as an appetizer, and then the pasta Milano, which is sun-dried tomatoes, mushrooms, rigatoni, and a garlic cream sauce. Oh, man, I'm getting really hungry.
Here's the thing. I had this as a tier 2. But Joel, you made me put Golden Corral in tier 2. So
You're
now
bumping this down to a tier 3?
it has to get a tier 3. And I'll tell you why. I'll justify my new tier 3.
Your lunacy?
My lunacy here is just I never go. I've been twice, and I never think about it. Like, I never have a craving for Romano's Macaroni Grill. It's good food. And honestly, I should go again. But I never feel like it.
Do you want to go?
Yes?
I want to go.
Okay. Let's do it.
Go. Because I actually, like I said, I judge this based on someone said, hey, we're going to blank for dinner. How excited would I feel? I like Macaroni Grill. I don't ever really go there anymore. It was
Right.
when it was closer, it was easier. But if someone said, hey, let's go there, I'd be like, cool.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I like that. Men's Health, by the way, gave them an F on its restaurant report card for the unhealthiest restaurant.
Now I'm in.
Yeah.
Delicious.
But that was in 2007. A year later, they upped their game, and then they gave them a higher grade because of it.
They
So
gave
good
them a
for them.
C.
They got some squat lobsters.
Squat Lobster. But it was their healthiest chain. Like 3 years later.
Oh, wow.
I
Okay.
like the truffle mac and cheese.
Ooh, that's good too.
Sounds good.
It's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. What do you
Food sounds so good right
What are
now.
you giving this one, Joel?
Tier 1 for me.
Yeah, this is a tier one.
A soft tier 1, but a tier 1.
I guess I had a tier 2, but I can't do it anymore. So I gave it away.
No, it's a tier 1. All right, next up, we have a salad bar Applebee's. It's Sizzler.
Oh, come on. A better lead in than that, sir.
What
Your former employer, Sizzler.
My
Seafood salad.
Sizzler.
Our menu.
Oh, fine. You want this? You want this?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Go.
From the
Yep.
90s.
Do it.
Sizzler is the choice for America. Sizzler. I could see.
You're grabbing the mic like you're doing.
Yeah, Bruce
That's a
Springsteen,
great
calm
song.
down.
It's a great song.
This is from their description. Our menu includes USDA choice tri-tip and ribeye steaks cut fresh in house daily and cooked over an open flame. Seafood, including fresh cut salmon, fresh ground beef burgers, ribs, and chicken, all complemented by our famous craft salad bar. Also, don't forget to find the kiwi and the ranch.
I'm sorry, okay?
Why did you bring that up before?
I mentioned it like 4 times.
But why?
Because I accidentally once knocked a kiwi into the ranch dressing, and so I did it on purpose every time
it was
we
on
went
a
after
restaurant
that.
etiquette show.
That's
I'm
right.
sorry.
Founded in 1958 in Culver
Zack.
City, California, 270 locations, including 10 states and Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I went, this was my birthday place every single year until I was 13, and then I actually had taste buds. I was like, Dad, could we go to Sizzler? Like, that's like the best place ever. They have all the food and ice cream too. And pizza. Is it pizza? I don't know.
And
but
pizza
still.
and chicken wings.
And Malibu chicken.
Tacos. Taco bar. What do you want to know? I know it all. It's
You
great.
Do. You know the behind the scenes.
Not fresh ground beef. That is totally frozen.
Okay.
But they really do cut the steaks. That, as a manager, they taught me how to do it.
Is there a ratio of brown salad to green salad? Because I feel like you're kind of picking it out. I'm like, I think they do this on purpose.
Specification is that it should never be brown.
When this,
Well, you'd hope.
When this
Should never
began,
be.
by the way, this was a steakhouse with an optional salad bar.
I will say this is the biggest problem. People think that Sizzler is a buffet. People look at the and go, well, this isn't enough. I can't tell you how many people I've had to refund or comp their meal because they were disappointed with the buffet. I'm like, it's not a buffet. It's a salad bar. The main attraction of Sizzler is the steak combos.
Yeah.
And you add on the salad bar.
But the funny thing is that once they realized patrons were primarily using the salad bar as their entree, they lowered the quality, shall we say, in other areas because they went, oh, we don't need to focus on that much. But people noticed, and there was backlash. Sizzler has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy twice, once in 1996 and again in 2020.
I'm going to give a pitch for local Utah Sizzler. It's one of the, if not the biggest franchisee of Sizzler. And in my experience, they had a better and higher quality standard than the Sizzler corporate that you got out of California.
Really?
Yeah. And
Zack, what-
there's one in Utah that is corporate Sizzler and not the Sizzling Platter is the company. And it's much worse, in my opinion.
Why is the Pepsi so good at Sizzler?
Oh, I don't know, but it is, isn't it?
I'm not even a Pepsi guy.
It's like McDonald's Coke.
Yeah.
It's Sizzler Pepsi. I don't like Pepsi, but I was to the point where I was drinking Diet Pepsi with a lemon. Who am I? That's
Yeah.
not my drink. It was like, this is good.
Well, you were a
Did
manager.
you squeeze your own lemon, or did you have to have someone else do it? 'cause
I
it was
had
too
someone
much
else
work?
Do you want me to squeeze it into the ranch first?
I had a fancy metal name tag that said manager on it. Do you think I
yes.
squeeze anything? Come on.
What?
Effort. Did he squeeze something? Oh, it touched my hands.
There have also been a couple outbreaks of E. coli in 2000.
Shocker.
And 1993 and 2000. This was the place we used to ride our bikes to as like 12-year-old and 13-year-old kids because it was cheap and we could ride our bikes there. And then we'd leave tips and pennies.
Oh.
Because that's all we had.
Joel.
And we put it under a cup of glass or a cup of water, put the tip in there sometimes.
No.
Not me, but my friend did it, and I thought it was funny. And
Oh, your friend.
I still feel guilty about thinking
Joey,
it was
your
funny
friend.
that he did it. But, yeah. But overall, I really haven't gone back there much since I was that little teen.
Same.
And so I'm giving this a tier 3.
It's a tier 3.
This is my tier 1. It's bias. I've spent more time in this restaurant than I'll ever spend in any other restaurant, except for maybe Leatherby's ice cream.
Not a sponsor.
I have the nostalgia for it. This to me is that comfort food. And I never even walked into a Sizzler until I was 18 years old asking for a job.
Wow.
I'd never been to one. And I started working there and I went, wow, these steaks are not very good. This Malibu chicken, it's a fried patty. What are we doing here? And then it just beat me into submission with mediocrity, and now I love it. I've been back there many times since I've left. There's one just up the street from me.
Let's go.
I love Sizzler.
There's so many places we got to go, guys.
Yeah.
I want to go to almost everything here, really.
Yeah.
But for me, and this is total bias, I'm willing to admit it, it's really not that good. But I love it, tier 1.
Okay.
Next up, we have loud, noisy Texas Applebee's. It's Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse serves Texan and American cuisine, including steak, ribs, chicken, and seafood. But good luck hearing anything anyone says.
Amen.
Founded in 1993 in Indiana, 563 locations in 10 countries.
You know what was the greatest thing? When I went to Texas Roadhouse once, like in the height of the pandemic, and it was the best because every other booth was empty.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm not crammed. I can hear. Nobody's dancing in the hall. This is awesome.
Yeah.
It was great.
They do dance here as well. They do some line dancing.
the worst.
If you have a birthday, they're going to make you sit on a saddle.
They
and make
they
you,
heart their job there.
They
And
heart
all their
job.
T-shirts say it.
It's true.
I wonder if they actually heart their job.
No, they don't.
Some might. If I'm going here, by the way, I'll order a sirloin usually with the Texas red chili and a baked potato. It's a good combo there. And then the rolls are they got the sweet honey butter,
cinnamon butter.
cinnamon butter. That's what it is. Yes,
I mean, the rolls. Okay.
they're good. They're really good.
I mean, they already come in a to-go case. Like they're like, you're going to ask for more of these, and we know it, so it's just ready for you to go.
Yeah.
You're good.
And they give away 8 million pounds of goober peas a year. What are goober peas? Peanuts. They call them goober peas.
It's the
And they don't care. They don't care if you throw them on the floor.
the first restaurant I ever went to that's like, yeah, we don't care about the floor. Throw the peanuts down there.
I like this place because if you go for lunch, they have a much cheaper menu.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's pretty cool. Respectable.
I like the other places I've mentioned. I do a steak combo, usually a steak and chicken, or a steak and barbecue chicken, or a steak and shrimp.
I do steak and ribs.
You guys remember how
Yeah.
Cracker Barrel has every restaurant has like a traffic light, a shotgun, and a deer head, and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every Texas Roadhouse has what they call Willie's Corner, which is a booth that has pictures of Willie Nelson in it.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Yeah, and apparently, like I think, according to my research, I think so. They did this before they ever had a partnership with him. It wasn't until 2002 that he signed a deal to be like, okay, I'll be partners with you because they just love Willie Nelson.
The real issue with Texas Roadhouse is, I mean, the food's okay outside of the rolls, but it's an hour and 20-minute wait because people here in this state are so basic that like Texas Roadhouse is
Don't
delicious.
go on a Friday or Saturday night.
If you're an introvert, prepare to be triggered because they have a really small lobby that you like wait there and you're just crammed and you don't know where to stand.
Oh, I take the little buzzer thing to my car.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yep.
Yeah, that's nice.
But that's the worst part about it because this is a tier 1 place. I know it's loud. I bet
you they actually do heart their job. It does look fun to work there.
if that's your personality, totally.
Yeah.
And I actually I enjoy the food here. I like the food here. I will enjoy my meal here. But we were just having a get together just recently, and we were going to get steak. And we're like, where should we go? And then we said, let's not go to Texas Roadhouse because we can't talk there. You have to yell at each other.
Right.
Like turn down the music a little bit. So this actually got bumped down to a tier 2.
I give this place a hard time all the time, but I have had a lot of good experiences here. I've had a few pretty bad experiences. Like if I ever get, this is just a conspiracy, if I ever get the mushroom or onion like topper,
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I always
steak?
get a lower quality steak because they're like,
they're
hey, we
covering
can
up.
hide
Cover it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is a tier 2 place for me. I have had a lot of good food here, but if I'm going for a steak, I'd rather go to Longhorn.
I get it.
All right, now we have, is this even around anymore? TGI Fridays?
This is a description I found. Fridays has a large menu with an emphasis on alcoholic beverages.
Well, I mean, I see it all the time in the grocery store, frozen.
Founded in 1965, 870 locations, 55 countries.
It was a singles bar to begin with.
No, the guy opened it
Yeah.
because he wanted to meet women.
Stewardesses. So
That's-
specifically,
there's
yeah.
a lot, he said there's a lot of stewardesses around that lived around him, and he was like, fashion models.
Yeah.
So he opened this bar to meet women.
You guys have been though, right?
Yeah, TJ Fridays?
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Right.
It's been a long time.
Potato skins. They invented the potato skins.
They
They're
did.
pretty good.
Which the chips in the bags, nothing like the real potato skins.
0%.
Like, I always am disappointed when I open those.
Their fajitas were pretty good too. Zach, once again, you'd probably hate that.
too.
Yeah, I got the Friday's signature whiskey glazed chicken sandwich with fries.
That's
They had that
that was
barbecue
their thing,
sauce.
the whiskey glaze
Yeah.
thing.
I don't have any memories of going to this place, and I've been several times.
I've been twice on 2 mediocre dates, and I don't remember any of either experience.
Yeah.
I think the potato skins were good.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
it.
sure.
I remember being disappointed in almost everything there. Like the barbecue sauce. I liked the barbecue sauce.
I think that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they do focus a lot on the alcoholic beverages. They do ladies' nights. The owner called himself. He said, "Have you seen the movie Cocktail? Tom Cruise played me. Why do girls want to date the bartender? To this day, I'm not sure that I get it." And they have a propeller.
up.
They always have a propeller above or near the bar because the thought is that the bar propels the restaurant.
Okay.
So their food is not their main focus, and it shows as a tier 3 for me.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's a tier 3. All right, next up we have the cheese.
Alphabetically.
Why it's here.
When you hit alphabetical sorting on an Excel spreadsheet, sometimes the thes get pushed down. So.
The Cheesecake Factory.
Yes. The Cheesecake Factory dining menu includes steaks, chops, burgers, chicken, seafood, sandwiches, pasta, soups, and salads in various cuisines. They also offer 35 cheesecake flavors in addition to cakes, milkshakes, specialties, and ice cream desserts.
I love Charles Dickens. My least favorite book of his is The Menu at Cheesecake Factory.
Why is it so
Paid by
big?
the word?
6,000 words with 250 items on the menu.
Which when they started,
Ridiculous.
it was a single page of just cheesecake.
This is king of jack of all trades, master of none.
Yes. I would agree with that completely.
And it's also the place where it's like, hey, you want to go on a date to Cheesecake Factory? Yeah, that sounds great. And then you go and you're like, the food's not great though.
No.
But the cheesecake is wonderful.
But what
It's
about
as
the
good as other
environment
places.
where it's super
You mean
super
the
dark?
Luxor? Like they're like, hey, it's kind of Egyptian.
I don't know what's going on. The one that I go to or have been to in Fashion Place Mall looks like the Eye of Sauron's everywhere.
I think it is.
That is
I think
true.
the Illuminati's like, this is our place.
But speaking of fun places to work, in 2020, Fortune ranked them, Cheesecake Factory, number 12 on the top 100 companies to work for in 2020, based on employee satisfaction.
It's interesting that it's in 2020 because that's the last time that I went, and it was a very sad experience.
Was
so
it?
much so, the staff actually tried to get me and my wife to leave. They
Wow.
tried to warn us.
I remember this.
To not
Yeah.
eat there.
But why?
Because they had such a limited menu. And even on that limited menu, they had so few actually available items, and they were so understaffed. I've been wanting to go back just to see if they're back to their full, astronomically high menu power. But
They are.
it's I'll tell you what, I've never eaten anything there and thought this is really good.
Well, speaking of never eating
all
anything, the bread plate they give you for an appetizer is actually just plastic bread that no one actually touches.
There's a darker bread that I think I like the middle of.
Oh, sure. You've never had it.
I think I have.
You shouldn't have. It's plastic.
By the way, if you get the crispy chicken costoletta,
That's what I get.
that has more calories than a 12-piece bucket of chicken at KFC.
Oh, no.
I'd rather have that.
It's so good, though.
2,610 calories.
Also, the avocado egg rolls are quite good.
I've had the meatloaf.
Is it good?
It's fine.
Kent, if you get the bistro shrimp pasta dish, that has more calories than any other entree from a national chain restaurant.
Holla.
3,120 calories.
Oh, my goodness.
One sitting.
What I generally do is I'll go on a date to another restaurant, and then if I'm feeling like, and if I'm in the area, I'll be like, you want to get dessert? We'll go to Cheesecake Factory.
Wait 2 hours.
No.
to get cheesecake.
You go right up to the front, and you just order 2 slices.
Yeah, you can
No,
just
seriously,
order it and walk out.
it takes about 10 minutes, and I get salted caramel every time. It's so good. Granted, it's 1,300 calories for a slice.
And $1,300 for a slice.
Precisely.
Yeah.
But
no,
yeah, I go for the dessert. I mean, that's why it's called Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah. But what are you giving it?
Oh, it's a tier.
It's a tier 1.
It's a kind of a tier
Isn't it?
2-ish tier 1, but it's a tier 1 because they don't really go for the food.
Okay.
Jill, I feel like you're giving it a tier 3.
I'm giving it a tier 3 because I
Wow.
fell asleep during the first chapter of the menu. I have no idea how it ends. I don't understand this story.
I think the food is mediocre. There's too much variety, and I hate cheesecake. So tier 3.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't go that bold on it.
No,
What is it about
I've
cheesecake?
talked about it before. I don't like cream cheese, so I don't like cheesecake. Although there are some of the cheesecakes here that are like Reese's peanut butter cup that don't even taste like cheesecake at all.
Yeah.
they're fine.
You don't have to make it.
I
You have to hold it.
It's true.
Yeah, Zach's worst
It is-
nightmare. Zach's worst nightmare would be like, make your own cheesecake bar. Be like, no!
Yep, that's true. All right. Finally, we're ending with a real bang here. It's 2 a.m. and you want some food. You're not feeling IHOP. You don't want to get stabbed in a Denny's. Welcome to Village Inn.
Good food, good feelings.
Its restaurants are
Village
known
Inn.
for their breakfast menu items. Also, they feature a variety of salads, sandwiches, burgers, melts, and dinner items.
And pies.
Not to
Yeah.
mention remember Wednesday free pie?
So they were founded in 1959 in Colorado, 212 locations in 18 states and Guam. And they're owned by the same company that owns Famous Dave's Barbecue Holdings. But yeah, the pies have won numerous awards from the American Pie Council.
Rightly so.
And if I were to order something there, it would be French silk pie.
Oh, okay. Banana cream all day.
I looked at the menu
Coconut cream.
and I was just like, I just want a slice of pie.
Well, their strawberry crepes are pretty good. French toast combo's pretty good.
I get the skillets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get, those are good.
I put this as tier 1, and I'm going to tell you why.
Wow.
Because I needed...
I thought I was being generous with the tier 2.
I wanted some representation from a breakfast place in tier 1. I don't think this is like that great of food, but of the breakfast places, if I saw them in a row, and it wasn't like a mom's diner or something like that, I would choose Village Inn over the others.
This would be my last choice, Kent, of the breakfast places.
You just said avoid the grime, avoid the crime of the other places. Or was that Zach?
That was with me. That wasn't
but
me.
Village Inn doesn't have that. Village Inn feels quality, and they have pie.
Which Village Inns are you going to?
Oh,
I will
the
say
right
a
ones.
lot of
Like, I'm
Village
pretty
Inn-
sure the Village Inn near me is in a back alley. Like, there is no restaurant. You just walk in an alley.
I'm going to give you a challenge to go to a nicer one because they've closed several locations, but I think that there are lots of good Village Inn.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if
I
you
feel
wanna-
safest in a Village Inn.
Speaking of closing, I don't know if you ever want to work at a Village Inn because in January of 2020, they closed 24 locations suddenly, like without telling people.
Oh, totally.
To the point where the employees showed up and didn't know they came up and the doors were locked. They had no idea that they had been closed.
The one closest to me, my favorite one, was one of those.
Yeah?
It just out of nowhere closed. And it had actually fairly
Well, they filed
recently
for
been
bankruptcy,
remodeled.
and so I think they're just shuttering a lot of stores,
Yeah.
but they didn't even tell their employees.
Yeah, no good.
No, but I do not choose. I would choose out of the breakfast places definitely Denny's
IHOP
first.
IHOP, Denny's. And,
Denny's first, IHOP second, Village Inn bottom.
Okay, and then you're
Village Inn, Denny's,
I would
IHOP.
D's
D's
only
is-
if I'm starving. D's.
Oh, D's is way better than IHOP or Denny's.
No, D's is a lesser Village Inn.
No, see, I am.
It's not
I
on our
am
list.
Village Inn, IHOP, and then I'm never even going to go to Denny's. But I guess I'd rank it third.
Wow.
But it gets a tier 2 for you.
It's a tier 2 for me.
It's a tier 3 from me.
Yeah.
I had it on tier 1, but I bumped it in favor of a couple others.
I've been
so.
disappointed almost every time I've gone to a Village Inn, except in the pie.
But it's late night breakfast. What are you disappointed by?
Denny's.
Your own life?
They don't have moons over my hammy.
Joel. We just honestly, I think what we've learned here today is we need to go to all of these
A
places.
breakfast
together.
show?
Again.
Save it for our Village Inn versus Denny's versus D's versus IHOP show. Yeah.
All right. As always, I'd like to give you some of the times that we agreed. So we gave 3 restaurants a consensus tier 1. Can you guess? Do you remember?
Longhorn, I'm betting. Outback.
Olive Garden.
Longhorn, Olive Garden, and Outback.
Yeah. Perfect.
And honestly, pretty good go-tos.
Yeah.
Maybe
If you do
Olive
casual-
Garden. I wouldn't put Olive Garden.
If
third
you
on
put
that
casual dining, that's what you're going to be thinking
That's
of.
what people think of. We only had one consensus tier 2. That was Golden Corral. I'm not sure why.
Because we get what you want there.
I was bullied into it.
And then we gave 3 consensus tier 3s. This is Joe's Crab Shack, Johnny Rockets, and TGI Fridays.
Yeah, makes sense.
Which only one of those, I think, fully deserves it. TGI
Fridays.
is just disappointing.
Crab
Agreed.
Shack, I mean, I don't like it personally. I went to Johnny Rockets. The burger was actually fine.
I
But
remember
overall,
the fries more than the burger.
fries are terrible. They're so bad.
I'm still hungry, though.
Yes, I am too. And let us know if you are hungry and which of these restaurants you enjoy eating at or don't enjoy eating at. We want to hear your rankings. Remember, 8 tier 1s, 8 tier 2s, 8 tier 3s. Play along with us and let us know if you agree with us or not.
And do not comment on our social media saying that you like some, local place, some mom and pop place. That's not the point here. We're talking big chains, people.
Yeah, and don't do the biggest chain of Waffle House because I still got to get Kent and Zach to one of those.
The
I want
closest
to
one
live.
Closest one is 6.5 hours away. We'll get there. So,
Remember the Waffle House Index. Remember the Waffle House Index.
but before we go, we want to thank patrons in a couple of special categories, including the I Am the Listener tier, which features Ryan Namarley, Lady Terry A. Finley, Alicia Bass, Braden Winterton, Jennifer Kilkowski, Adam and Rachel Crump, Scott Sprague, Sir and Madam Hicks, Glo Clendaniel, Johnny English the Brick, Andrew in the Dark, Rocky and Steph, Debbie Foster, Dave Kelly, Casey Cummings, Juice the Cooler King Swallow, and Angela Plotz. We also have our Bacon Council, which features Nicole sitting in the Sin Bin Hale, the one, the only Chris Anderson, Stephen, everyone's favorite Ross, Her Royal Highness Jessica Terry, Star Wars expert Kyler, our favorite couple, the Madsons, Spencer Myers, Allison Gall, Josh from Rebel 1 TB, and Beaker.
Thank you, patrons. You are the apple to our bees.
Yep.
But if you want to find me, you can find me at 76Joel on Twitter. You can find me performing with Quickwits. They perform at the Midvale Performing Arts Center. For more details, go to qwcomedy.com or go to the Quickwits Facebook page.
You can find me at Twitter or Instagram at Kenny3DD. You can read my movie reviews at ShowtimeShowdown.com.
If you'd like to connect with me, you can do so on Twitter and Instagram at Tumbling Mustard. But more importantly, make sure you're following Baconsale. Please like that Facebook page and go to at Baconsale on Twitter and Instagram. While you're doing that, stop by tpublic.com/Baconsale and get yourself some merch. We really like seeing that out in the wild.
We do.
Maybe an Instagram post or two.
Pretty cool.
Free.
Yeah.
And if you like the show, you like what's going on here, and you want to support us further, visit patreon.com/baconsale, where we have all sorts of fun benefits. You can get your name read on the show. Yeah, you just heard that.
Just a
That's
second ago.
pretty fun. You can also get behind-the-scenes content and fun pictures, bearded Baconsale hosts. All
I did
sorts.
not. I was going to say I had 13 pages of facts. I held back, but you can
Yeah,
see
you
my
did.
notes
There's
on
more.
patreon.com.
Patreon.com/baconsale. So until next time.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back,
Chili's
baby back, baby back,
Applebee's. I must get the secret recipe for the Alfredo sauce.
Get it together, baby.
Oh, weak. That's cute.
I am weak. I like kissing a female after I eat.
Family Freddy's. Family. You think how often I say that?
It's Provo fancy.
In fact,
Like
there was-
sweaty salty?
So,
Like they've been working out? If you're an introvert, prepare to be triggered.
I'm not a fajita guy.
No?
Too much effort.
hashtag Zack hates effort.
Hey, Joel's wife, can you just feed these to me?
Me putting together a fajita is basically me cooking my own dinner. Why am I at a restaurant? It is my dream to own one of the Cracker Barrel rocking chairs. Well, moon's over my hammy. That is so shocking.
I think it's a mistake to have recirculated chocolate sauce. I hate his grandpa, but crab.
Crab takes a lot of effort to eat, and you like that sort of thing.
Can I get a slice of pepperoni pizza and all of your breadsticks tonight?
You gotta love a company that has blimps.
They're so much work.
How do they taste, sir?
Fine. They're fine.
You had to build those hot dogs yourself, Zach.
It was a
You
downside.
hypocrite!
It was a downside.
Cheddar Bay biscuits.
I want to live in Cheddar Bay. I want to be mayor of Cheddar Bay.
Squat lobster. Squat lobster. Squat lobster.
Do it.
Sizzler is the choice for America.